What's good, everyone? How are you guys doing? It's been a minute since I've streamed. I know it's my fault. I need to be better. But hey, I'm here now. Jesus. Like the StreamYards, I'm using StreamYards again, as you can tell. The StreamYards background is like really bright on my monitor, so it kind of like reflects on me. I don't know. Do I look too bright or should I keep it over here? Or I can put it way over here, but that doesn't match my camera. How you guys doing? It's been a minute. Have I missed anything exciting? Let's see. What up, Siberian Productions? Hello there. KO2201. General Kenobi. How's everyone doing? I'm getting some text from people. Not much Star Wars stuff going on, but we do got a lot of other shit. We got the House of the Dragon coming out. We got Lord of the Rings coming out soon. I really want to cover a lot of that stuff. So you guys, let me move my camera a little bit. You guys let me know if that's some stuff you really want to see me cover. That was loud. Hello there, General Goldman. Yo, yo, yo. What's your profile pic? Can't tell. Is that Doctor Strange? Oh no, is that J. Jonah Jameson? But in the Spider-Man outfit, I can't tell. Good morning, Brudda. I thought you said Brudal. I was like, oh, good morning, Brudda. Good morning. What up, Comet Star? Good to see you guys. I'm glad that when I can like not stream for a few weeks, and then when I do again, I see some familiar faces. It's awesome. I know I've seen you before. I've seen you before. I'm not sure if I've seen you before. But anyways, it's just a weekly Q&A as usual. As usual, like I've done this recently. Just ask me some questions. Let me know. Is the lighting too bright on my face? Let me know. Because my camera's a little distorted, so I can't really tell. Good. Would happy to see you explore Lord of the Rings and House of the Dragon. Well, in about 57 minutes, I got my Game of Thrones 3 years later video coming out, and that will be, I think it's 46 minutes long, just under 46 minutes. It's a big one. It took me all week to make. So if you're a fan of Game of Thrones, stay tuned for another 57 minutes, and you got an awesome video. I enjoyed your hot takes video, and I agreed with all of them, but 2 of them. Which 2? I was surprised. A lot of people actually agreed with my hot takes. I thought they would be a lot more unpopular than I thought, but that wasn't the case, which was kind of cool. Let me move my mic a little closer to me. There we go. Are you excited for Andor? Of course I'm excited for Andor. Andor, someone made a good point. There's a YouTube channel I watch now. His name is Film Speak, and he makes great videos, by the way. He made a good point that there just seems to be a lot more passion behind Andor than maybe some of the other shows, if that makes sense. It just feels more niche, and I think when something's a little more niche, there's a bit more passion into it, and I'm really looking forward to that. Oh, you guys can see my other monitor. There we go. Do that. Will Andor be enjoyable with the suffocating absence of K2SO? Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. I can't wait. K2SO, I like K2SO. He was funny, but this show I want to be a little bit more grittier, so I'm not sure if I need K2SO. Hey, what up, Star Wars Meg? Goldman, great to see you. Andor will be amazing. That's one thing we can agree on. I'm very much excited for Andor. We got what? Actually, a month from today. That's going to be awesome. I hope we see a sequel to your hot takes video. Eventually. More Star Wars hot takes that will piss people off. There's the title. Matthew Kelly. I'm so glad you're back. At the Goldman Q&A. If The Mandalorian Season 3 has Din learn to become a better father for Grogu, similar to like in The Bad Batch, do you think Din would learn stuff from a father character? I have no clue what you mean. From another father character? From another character who's a father? Sure. Love your content. Can I ask which series of Star Wars movies you grew up with / first experienced? OT, prequels, or both? Probably the prequels. I'd say the prequels. Yeah. When I was younger, I didn't understand how my mom could like the originals better than the prequels. I was like, the prequels are so much fun. And Attack of the Clones was my favorite at the time. Yeah, I grew up with the prequels. Now I've aged. No, I the prequels, as much as I love clowning on them because I think they're not that great of movies, they always will have a special place in my heart. And I will always get partially nostalgic while watching all three of them. Honestly, Revenge of the Sith is kind of the least nostalgic for me. Isn't that a little weird? I think because I remember because I started watching Star Wars when I was 4-ish, and that was around 2001, 2002. So that was right around when Attack of the Clones came out and Revenge of the Sith hadn't come out yet. So one of my first ever memories as a kid was my mom gave me 5 Star Wars DVD boxes, episodes 4, 5, 6, 1, and 2. And I was like, "Mommy, where's number 3? Number 3 is missing." And she had to explain like the concept of prequels, and I just didn't get it because I was 4. So yeah, I remember the memory. I'll never forget those 5 boxes being put in front of me, and number 3 was missing. It actually might have been the VHS tapes. Huh. Did you have read Darth Maul Son of Dathomir comic? If you don't, I have highly recommend to read. Also, who is your favorite Star Wars book, comic or book? I have read Son of Dathomir. Good comic. That's the one where he fights Grievous and Dooku, right? Or Grievous and Palpatine, I think. Who's my favorite book is probably Lost Stars. That was a really good book. I'm reading the Luke Skywalker book right now, Shadows of the Sith. Not sure if you can see, but my bookshelf has slightly expanded. But yeah. What is your favorite Star Wars movie trailer? Probably The Last Jedi one. The Last Jedi one's just so good. I disagreed with the Leia one and the Rogue One take. Okay. I never watched Game of Thrones, but I was planning on watching it eventually. Also, so many told me it's not even worth watching anymore due to the horrible ending. I disagree. I mean, the first few seasons are so good that the ending doesn't really ruin those. It ruins some things, but I disagree. I think it's worth it. It's just a great show. And even though there's like 4 really bad episodes, the rest of the series is either great or just fairly good. Seen Sandman yet? No, I have not. What's it about? Like, I have absolutely no clue what it's about. You already asked this question. Yeah, it'd be like the Clone Wars that had a family from the Twi'leks that Hunter saw after they saved Omega from the alien blast. I don't know if Mando needs to learn from like another dad how to be a dad. He seems to be already doing a decent job, and I think it's interesting seeing him learn how to become a father. Really, I have a question for you guys. I see there's 17 people in the chat. By the way, hit the like button, please. Thank you. How many of you guys watch my YouTube shorts on my Man of Gold channel? Because Man of Gold has been like popping off. I'm not sure if like any of you guys subscribe to that channel, but oh my god, you should see the views I get on that channel. Like it, yes, I know a view as a short is different than a view on like an actual YouTube video. But if you look in like the past 2 days, just in the past 48 hours, I've gotten like 600,000 views. So 647,000 views, which is insane. And I'm already at 2,000 subscribers on that channel. And I was at like 200 a month ago. So growth there has been impeccable. Although if you want something that's really funny, read the comments of those shorts because most of the people like hate what I have to say, and it's really funny. Hey, Goldman, I haven't been watching, but I should. No worries. I'd much rather you be here watching the Goldman than over there watching Man of Gold. But I'm just curious because what I might start doing. Hold on. I watch them. It's almost like when I refresh YouTube, it comes up. Good. I do think I think shorts do better on YouTube now for some reason. Yeah, YouTube's kind of been pushing it. I actually have, funny enough, I know someone who works at YouTube now. One of my good friends is working on YouTube, and he tells me things occasionally. There's nothing like super secretive. It's not like leaks like with Star Wars, but he'll tell me things like, "Oh, YouTube's really focusing on this right now. That's probably what you should do." I'm like, okay. But what I might start doing, and let me know if you guys would watch this, is on Man of Gold, I might just start casually streaming like gaming or whatever, just out of the blue. Like some nights, it wouldn't really be planned. Like if I finished a video and it's 8 o'clock and I just want to stream, I might just stream for half an hour and then go to bed. I don't know. I kind of want to do. I really miss the days for those of you that were here from like the beginning. I miss the days when I had a more. I felt more connected to my viewers. I don't feel as connected now as I did back then, and I think because back then I did a lot more streaming and I knew a lot more of you individually. So I kind of want to bring that back a little bit. I don't want to stream like every day on the Goldman, but yeah. So make sure if you are interested in watching that, subscribe to Man of Gold. And I don't know, I just like I miss knowing like some of you guys and some of your opinions. It was awesome, and I want to bring that back where I have a more personal relationship with some of my viewers. Before, if I ever do get bigger, I won't be able to do that anymore. Who's your favorite DC superhero and who's your favorite Marvel superhero? DC would probably be, I don't know, actually might be Wonder Woman. And Marvel, probably Iron Man. I don't think Game of Thrones ending is that bad, dude. It's definitely still worth watching. I agree. I mean, it's pretty bad, but it's not like the thing about the Game of Thrones finale is that it's really well, like the last season's really well done in terms of everything besides writing. It's visually spectacular. The pacing's actually really well done. The acting is mostly pretty great. Like it's a well-made season. It's just the story is shit. So yeah. I've watched a lot of Man of Gold. Unfortunately, there are many comments from, let's call him distasteful fans. I do not mind at all. I think it's actually really funny. I kind of preferred long detail vids than shorts. Me too, but I just want to do shorts to kind of expand. Hello there. I did seen some people say like Generation Tech mentions Din isn't a good father. I think the reason why Din isn't a good father, a good dad, because he was raised by warriors than parenting, I guess. Yeah, I'd watch gaming streams. All right, cool. Oh, thanks, guys. I mean, even if it's just like 5 of you, like I can have a conversation with 5 people. So the main problem with the last season was that it was fast paced and the other seasons had more slow burn pacing, so it was jarring to an extent. I agree. That's actually a point. The reason I'm talking about Game of Thrones right now, and for those of you who missed what I said earlier, in 47 minutes, I have my 45-minute video on Game of Thrones. It's just titled Game of Thrones 3 Years Later. So if you want my complete thoughts on the entire series, just wait 3/4 of an hour. I shall subscribe then. Awesome. Hi, Goldman. I love your takes on the sequel trilogy. Saludos. Is that just like hello? From Puerto Rico. Awesome. I want to see the continuation of the sequel characters. I love all Star Wars movies. That's awesome. Yeah, I want to see the continuation of the sequel characters too. Trust me, no one wants to see it more than me. I enjoy seeing your shorts over the typical Rey versus Palpatine. Anyone getting 0 to 10? Oh yeah. I hate the I see these videos on shorts all the time now where it's like character A versus character B. It doesn't even have to be Star Wars. It could be literally anything. And it's like they ask these stupid questions. So yeah. Wasn't Man of Gold originally a stream backup channel? It was, but then I wanted to do shorts, and I'm actually I think I'm making more money on that channel now than this one. Granted, I haven't been that consistent on the Goldman for about a month, so yeah, the story was whack, still entertaining. What's your favorite Star Wars media out of movies and shows and video games included? Probably the movies. Yep, I don't think the shows can ever have a special place in my heart that the movies do. But you never know, maybe they'll change. Wasn't season 8 of the Game of Thrones wasn't in the book? Well, yes, kind of. The story that's in the books, the story that was in the show went past the story that was in the books. We need an animated series to flesh out the sequel era like Clone Wars did for the prequels. You know me, I would absolutely love that. I would love that more than very few things out there, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. That's weird. Like you can tell I'm not looking directly at the camera, but do you guys want to see my thumbnail for my Game of Thrones video? I don't know if you can get a good view here, but there it's 3 years later. Game of Thrones. Then we got Daenerys, Jon Snow, Tyrion, Cersei, Sansa. You don't get a great view, but you get a good gist. My thumbnail guy's been awesome, by the way. He's been great. For sure. Meanwhile, we get Bad Batch Season 2. I keep on forgetting about the Bad Batch because I'm just not that excited for Bad Batch. I just don't care. I know a lot of people are, and that's awesome, but not me. Ugh. And yes, if you noticed, I can lower and raise my desk because it's a standing desk. Do you think Star Wars should be like the MCU in the sense that we have a balance between the shows and movies, not in oversaturation? No. I don't mind. I don't care if they do hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of shows, but I want the movies to be special. So, kind of, but not really. Season 1 through 4 is book parts. Of 5, everything after is show only. I think book 5 is a little bit like season 5, but not really. We need a Game of Thrones styled KOTOR short show. Favorite Game of Thrones character? Might be Jamie, although his ending really pissed me off, so it's tough. With storylines of Sith struggling for political power and stuff. I'm not sure if that's in line with Star Wars, but I think it could be interesting. I wouldn't mind. Something I noticed today thinking about Kenobi is Obi-Wan's arc is really similar to Luke's in The Last Jedi. Closed off from the Force, young girl brings their connection back and then faces the old apprentice. It is. Except Obi-Wan didn't die afterwards. It would be crazy and everyone would watch that. I would watch it. I mean, and anything live action with Star Wars, I'm gonna watch, even if it's a stupid ass Lando show. Do you seen the Obi-Wan Kenobi series had got review bombs in Rotten Tomatoes because of the Moses Ingram's racist harassment? But the review bombs got stopped sometime in part 5. I don't care. Like, I'm not surprised. People, it's like with the Lord of the Rings show, right? Oh, they see a black guy and let's start review bombing it. It's just immature. So, I mean, what are we gonna do? It's expected at this point. Half of the Star Wars shorts that I get recommended trash on the sequels. That's frustrating. Seeing people genuinely like Dooku better than every sequel character is weird. Listen, it's the trend now. You know, we're still in the era that it's cool to be a prequel fan and it's cool to shit on the sequels. And then you know what I love? You know what I love so much? When people I made a video, I was like, Star Wars movies age well, usually. And people are like, but dude, the reason why the sequels aren't gonna age well is because they're actually bad movies. I'm like, ugh. People are just so oblivious to historical trends and how what they're saying is exactly like what people were saying about the prequels 20 years ago. So is it people don't think it's hard to imagine like certain trends dying. Like it's hard to imagine that Netflix will probably be gone in a few years, but it's gonna happen. And it's hard to imagine that in 20 years there will probably be a device more popular than a smartphone. So just how the world works. People think we've reached the pinnacle of like technological advancement in history, but there's always something else that you just can't imagine. All we need is one mind out there that can have a vision of the future that will change everything. Does Disney think Bad Batch really has a more appeal than a sequel trilogy animated series or a post Return of the Jedi series with OT heroes? I don't get it. They might, honestly. With the success of the Clone Wars, they might actually think that. And maybe it does have some appeal. I bet you a good amount of people would rather watch Bad Batch than the show about the sequel characters. That's how it is. Amen. It's the exact same pattern of thought. It is. I still I'm a youngster, but I was alive for a lot of the prequel discourse, and I fundamentally believe that um the prequel hate was way worse than what the sequel hate is now. That's just me. Haha, you're like the Star Wars number one enemy on the Man of Gold Shorts video comments. Yeah. It's funny. I like being that because I just don't care that much about like Man of Gold. Like I post shorts. If they're great, awesome. But if a lot of people shit on them, it's just kind of funny. You would I really don't think anyone on the internet can like just like really make me angry unless I actually know them. Like if Star Wars only started like shit talking me, I get a little annoyed. But some random on the internet can't piss me off, and that includes you guys. No offense. Everything I'm hearing about Andor is exciting. It seems like it's going to have a lot more in common with Mando season 1 than Book of Boba Fett or Kenobi. Yes, and that's what I want. I want more of Mando season 1. I think Lucasfilm struggles to realize that the reason why The Mandalorian is so popular is because of Mandalorian season 1. Mandalorian season 2 was still great, but the fact that Mandalorian season 1 really focused on these new characters was what set this show apart. That's why I don't think like Kenobi is going to be like all that popular in 5 years. Mandalorian season 1 and 2 probably will. I got triggered because I saw someone say that Book of Boba Fett season 2 is happening. I'd be so depressed. How do you think the Mandalorian season 3 will handle the audience that skipped the Book of Boba Fett and address how Grogu reunited with Din? I don't know, and I don't care. That's their problem. I warned them. They're gonna have to deal with the idiotic decision that they made. You just triggered me. I don't know. That's their problem. Maybe they'll do it previously on, and they'll have the Book of Boba Fett. But yeah, they made a dumbass mistake. Now they have to fix it. Hey, I unsubscribed from Netflix because of all the great stuff left. I will subscribe again once Stranger Things season 5 comes out. I don't have a Netflix subscription. The thing with me is that I have access to every streaming service, but I only pay for a few of them. Like my mom has Netflix, so I use that off her. My parents have cable in general, and if you have cable, then you can get HBO Max. So I have HBO Max that way. I pay for Disney Plus. I pay for Paramount Plus. I get Hulu from my cousin, and then I don't know if I'm missing any. I think those are the only 5 ones. I know there's Peacock, and I watched Peacock briefly, but then I stopped. So I have those 5, and I only pay for 2. Disney Plus is the one that I'm never gonna cancel though, because that's Star Wars. That's Star Wars. Why I'm excited for Andor is because I heard the average Star Wars fan will hate it. Yeah, usually, this is just my mindset. Usually, when a creator says the fans are probably not going to like this, that makes me excited because I disagree with most Star Wars fans. I think most Star Wars fans are just like, I think most Star Wars fans see Star Wars differently than me. That's fine. But so when people say most Star Wars fans are probably going to hate this, that gets me excited. You have a very good ability to see the bigger picture, a rare commodity on the YouTube, and especially for the Star Wars fan base. I just thank you for one, and I try. I try my best to separate my personal feelings from the truth, and like I just notice I'm a student of history. I do love history, and it's just happened so many times. It's happened all throughout history where people will believe certain things and then things change. Like with race relations in this country have changed a lot. Just political discourse, women's rights, things always progress, and it's human nature that hatred dies down faster than love for something. So I think in terms of passion, hatred at the start is higher, but over time it dies down. But like a love for something will persist. That's just human nature. And that's usually how it goes with movies. Now there's the rare occasion. Like I don't think Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull will ever have a significant fan base, right? Or the Justice League movie. But there are things like Batman v Superman, right? That movie was clowned on when it came out, but now people love it. I also think there's a little bit of like sympathy for the creator. I think people feel George Lucas was wronged, and that's why a lot of people love the prequels. And then when I point that out, they're like, "No, I love the prequels from the beginning." I'm like, "Where were you defending it 10 years ago, asshole?" So yeah. I remember when the throne room fight in Last Jedi was initially liked. Then a quarter of a year after the movie, a video came out where a dagger disappeared, and then the whole internet hated the fight. It's just double standard. People have weird double standards. Like, if you think that the choreography is bad in the Last Jedi fight, like, get over yourself. Like, if you have to pause a video frame by frame to point out flaws, then it's not bad. I'm sorry. I really think the success of Mando is because of Grogu. I think it's part of it. I don't think it's like I think if The Mandalorian as a show sucked, but Grogu was still in it, it wouldn't be as popular. Sequel hate is truly a trend. It is. Peacock? Yeah, Peacock's a streaming service. Do you think there are YouTubers and Twitch streamers, like streamers, actually exist in the Star Wars universe, similar to? Oh, do you think there's streamers in the Star Wars universe? I don't know, on the HoloNet, maybe. That'd be funny. The throne room fight is phenomenal. The sequel trilogy needed more scenes like that. I would agree. I wish Star Wars fans could respect each other's opinions. Star Wars fans love to gatekeep and force an opinion on others, which is really annoying. I don't get so much hostility in any other fandom. Well, you must not be a Halo fan, and I think the Halo fandom is actually worse. I really do. But partially I agree. I don't know. I think just a lot of people spend too much time on the internet, just like get their mind warped about certain things. Hey, Goldman, I should say Disney shill. I am a Disney shill. What color saber would you suit Finn? I think blue or white would look good next to Ray's gold saber. I don't think what Ray's yellow saber, I don't think that's relevant at all. I don't know. I don't really care. It's just one of those things I'm not really like, I don't know. Finn could have a blue one, a green one, as long as it's not red. What if The Mandalorian Season 3 has Grogu get kidnapped in Chapter 9 and Din had saves Grogu in Chapter 16? I'm so confused. Star Wars fans have the most inconsistent criticism I've ever seen. That is so true. That is so true. It's double standards. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I need to go on a little rant here and I might miss a few comments. I love how The Last Jedi recontextualized the prequels. Yeah, me too. But oh my god. So one of my shorts that really blew up. I said it was like criticisms that people would apply to the originals if they didn't come out first. So basically, the point of the video was how people ignore flaws from the originals, but they point them out in the sequels. And I said Luke would be a Gary Stu because I was like, how does he know how to fly, right? People were like, you clearly haven't read the books. You clearly don't know the details about the Sky Hopper, whatever his thing is, the T-16. He's like, you clearly don't know that like that's what he did. Like if you read this article on Wikipedia, and I'm just like you're the ones who are telling me that all these books were needed to explain why Rey's so powerful, and that's like that she's a Mary Sue. But with Luke, I have to look up all this shit. Oh my god, the double standard, the double standard. Sorry, I got triggered. I rewatched Empire Strikes Back. It was great. I prefer A New Hope. I'm an Empire guy, but they're all great. Can you make this a long stream? I'll probably go on for another 33 minutes. I do gotta do other work. I want to start working on my next video. I'm not a Halo fan, sorry. Yeah, you're not missing out. Besides the show to take place after The Rise of Skywalker and contained around single characters, what other idea did you have for a next Star Wars show? They kind of covered it in the new book, which is annoying, but I would love a show about Rey's dad. Like, what did he go through? He was Palpatine's son. That must be crazy. Destiny, Lord of the Rings are also toxic. In a way, I think I can't speak for Destiny, but I think Lord of the Rings fans, they're not really toxic towards each other because most people have the same opinion. The Lord of the Rings movies are great. The Hobbit movies weren't. We'll see if Lord of the Rings doesn't have like a divide, and we'll see if the show does that. I hope the show's great. I just don't get it. I've really liked what I've seen from the show in the trailers. Like, oh no, there's a black guy. Oh no. So like, get over yourself. Like, I understand concerns about like the elves have short hair. That's kind of weird. I understand the concerns about the Silmarillion being condensed into a 5-season show instead of it spanning 1,000 years. But just like those are criticisms I understand. Sorry, but like I don't know. Like I see people post like pictures of like the black dwarf, the black female dwarf, and just like, oh, like this show is woke. Just get over yourself. Just get over yourself. What color would you have? Gold. Yellow for Goldman. I know people probably think like, oh, you want gold because Rey has gold. Like, bro, I was the OG gold lightsaber dude. All right, chill. If you could cameo on a Star Wars project, what would you like to cameo as? Cameo? I want to be an actual character. I want to be an actor. I don't know. I'd want a cameo where just my face is shown. So I don't want to hide behind a Stormtrooper helmet. I want my face to be shown. Make a video on the brilliance of Last Jedi. I do want to start doing a series where I do like story X years later. Like I'm doing Game of Thrones 3 years later. I do plan on doing one for each Star Wars movie. I'll probably do Rogue One next because Andor's coming out and it's kind of related to Rogue One. So, but I do want to do like Force Awakens, Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker. And since I'm a Last Jedi fan, it will mostly be positive shit. But I don't know if I'll ever just do a video straight up the brilliance of Last Jedi. Maybe one day. Do you think they'll be using Star Wars concepts from the scrapped Star Wars Underworld show and Andor for Coruscant? They could. They could. That's when I watch the comments. Oh, I'm a little behind on comments. And the poetry of Rise of Skywalker. I like that one. Grogu, I think, would still make Mando successful. I don't think so. I think if the show was ass, it wouldn't be successful. All right, I'm gonna skip a few comments. I apologize. Lord of the Rings are toxic because of the show. I believe it. Face it, Ahsoka is just as OC for Dave. For Dave too, but in that did not fit in Legends. Original character, I'm confused. If Din Djarin at the time of Book of Boba Fett and Ahsoka Tano at the time of Book of Boba Fett fought, who would be the winner? Ahsoka. Ahsoka's a damn Jedi. Speaking of Rey's dad, I would love to see the life of a Sith trooper growing up on Exegol. It'd be kind of cool. Yeah, Luke says he can fly and has a skyhopper. Fine, blows up Death Star. Rey says she can fly and flows ships. Escapes 2 TIE fighters, not a few. 2 TIE fighters. This is outrageous, unfair. Yeah, oh my god. Oh, yes, like the double standard. You trigger me, but in a good way, because I agree with you. You should cameo as Claude in a Star Wars project. Maybe. No, Claude can cameo as himself. Okay, the Silmarillion criticisms, I think, doesn't make sense. I don't know Lord of the Rings that well, so you probably know more than me, but I could be wrong. Do you think the fight scenes in the prequels are consistent with the OT? I think the sequel fights are much closer to the OT than the prequels are. I'd say so. I can forgive like movies aging. So when people say, we see Darth Vader do all this cool shit in Rogue One, and then in A New Hope he's kind of like weak. Like I don't care. Like that's just not something that bothers me. So I don't care if they're consistent. The prequel fights are fun to watch. So, what was your favorite Star Wars video game as a kid and or currently? As a kid, it was probably the original Lego Star Wars, and it probably still is. Because the new Lego Star Wars wasn't that great, unfortunately, but the original Lego Star Wars was fun. Random question: do you think Leia has an arc in The Last Jedi? I don't think she has an arc. She's an arc. No, I won't say she has an arc. They don't have the rights to the Silmarillion. What if they have Finn married and he gained 3 wives? What kind of weird ass question is this? The Children of Hurin is one of the greatest shows ever told. I don't think I've ever heard of it. Do you think Ahsoka's story will end in the Mandoverse? That's a good question. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe, maybe not. You know what just happened? I just got a sudden craving for a Dunkin' Donuts croissant sandwich. I just thought about it, and now I really want it. So I might go drive to a Dunkin' Donuts and get one. What I meant to say was Ahsoka could never fit into Legends. Oh, yeah, you're right. It's also really stupid if you think about it that Anakin got a Padawan. Just in general, it's kind of dumb. But I don't care. I love it. Gonna have to go now. Hope to see another stream soon. I really want to start doing these weekly. So, yes. Thank you for tuning in. Extremely emotional story. About what? Saw some of your shorts now, and they are great. But the comments, XD, comedy in its purest form. I love reading them. I actually don't read a lot, but occasionally I will, and they're funny. I love it. I don't know. I like being clowned on the internet. It's like I got rent in people's head. I would like to see you and Thor Skywalker have a conversation about the sequels. Thor is very chill, and he's not a gatekeeper, but he really dislikes the sequels. I think I've watched a few of his videos way back when. Maybe one day. If I ever do YouTube full time, I'd love to have a series where I stream I do a podcast once a week with someone else and just talk about shit. We could disagree, we could agree. It'd be awesome. I would say better criticism would be the Lord of the Rings show ROP answering questions. I don't understand what you're saying. Fun fact, Leia's ring throughout the sequels was given to her by Han as a gift after their wedding. I believe it. Goldman, what do you think about the HBO thing? Oh, about them removing a bunch of content and shit? I don't think it's a smart idea. You want more content on your platform. And unless it really saves them a lot of money, I don't think it's a smart idea. But hey, they can do what they want. A lot of these execs and stuff don't understand short-term costs for long-term investment. You can make a certain movie, right? And have it be really action-packed, and it would probably make more money on the box office than a less action-heavy but a better movie would. But the better movie is going to age well. These execs don't understand the short-term costs for long-term gain. Do you like Finn and Rey have a relationship? like a kissy relationship, no. I don't think Thor Skywalker. I don't like Thor Skywalker. Prefer Star Wars Explained. I don't watch other Star Wars YouTubers. I told that to my boy Star Wars Only. I was like, yeah, I don't watch your videos. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, sorry. How morally gray should Star Wars be? Should we be concerned that millions of souls cry out when the Death Star are blown up too? So yeah, that's a good question. I think that's I think that's something the shows should explore, not the movies. But yeah, I like questions like that, and the books do explore that a lot, which is really cool. Alcohol's in here, by the way. Rings of Power. Oh, Rings of Power is ROP. You're right. I should have realized that. Bull Run. I would really love a stream where you are reacting to the latest comments from my shorts. It'd be a little annoying to I'd have to screen share it so you guys see what I'm doing too. Recently, I noticed when I talk a lot, my throat or my voice starts to go. Rey cannot get a Padawan, dude. Rey cannot get a Padawan. She's just not ready. She's just not ready to be a master either. So no, I wouldn't like that at all. I don't want Rey to be the one to start a Jedi Order. She's just not ready. If you just watch the way she acts in The Rise of Skywalker, she's just not ready on any level. Not in terms of her level with the Force, but just her maturity in general. Since there's going to be a second season of Star Wars Visions, would you eventually do a ranking video on the episodes of the first season? Probably not. Maybe when it comes closer to the second season, but not anytime soon. Another fun fact about that video, you said how new fans like the sequels. I'm actually an admin for that Nasser guy on his Discord, so it was cool seeing him. I like that guy. I haven't watched a lot of his reaction videos recently, but he seems like a guy with a good heart. And at the end of the day, that's what fandom needs. Just people with good hearts who love what they love, and if they don't like something, they move on. What are your thoughts on the Usman KO? Oh, is that the fight yesterday? I have no thoughts. I think I saw a video on it on Twitter. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Have you ever played Knights of the Old Republic 2? I haven't played either KOTOR, so no. Finn is probably going to be Rey's Padawan. The Lego specials kind of set that up, but I don't like that. Who would win, Din Djarin or Boba Fett? Probably Din Djarin. Boba Fett's a clown, dude. You see the way he fought in the show? I used to be apathetic towards Boba Fett. I just didn't really care for him, and I was annoyed that he was getting his own show. But now, after the show sucked too, I actively dislike the character. It just made me dislike him even more. I think Grogu is a cool character, but I think I have a problem with him. What's your problem? No, they did not confirm anything. Stop. I'm gonna be in denial. I don't mind seeing Boba Fett again because he was done well in the Mandalorian season 2. I just don't want another show about him. I don't want another snooze fest. Padawan / Master Romance, that could be cute. But Finn's older than Rey, so isn't that a little weird that he would be her Padawan? I get that she knows more, but still weird. Don't get me started on Book of Boba. Yeah, me too. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. God, I hate that show. There's shows like The Bad Batch, which I just don't like, but I don't mind seeing a season 2. Book of Boba Fett season 2. Just making a show about Boba Fett was such a bad idea. It was such a bad idea. And they actively hurt the story of The Mandalorian. Oh, that was so bad. But hey, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. I'm gonna check something real quick. Usually when I do streams, I lose subscribers. I want to see if that's true. I need to start uploading more, man. I've been so inconsistent. No, today is my friend's birthday. Whoever is in the chat, I want you guys to say happy birthday to Sal. Just say happy birthday, Sal. He's a good friend of mine, and today's his birthday. So say happy birthday to Sal. The Book of Goldman. That would be a good book. That'd be a good book or show. The Book of Me, My Rise to Power, or how I want to take over the criminal underworld. The show uses too much Grogu. Yeah, maybe. That'd be pretty cool. I hope the Goldman memes Reddit will revive again, maybe in the bright future. Oh, yeah, maybe. See, I wanna focus more right now on just like building my relationship again with my audience before I start um doing other stuff. You know. Okay, hold on. I gotta take a picture of the chat right now because I know my boy Sal's gonna love it. All right, so I'm gonna start recording. Hey Sal, I told my I'm live on a stream right now, and I told all my friends, all my viewers to say happy birthday, Sal. So we got some happy birthdays for you, Sal. Happy birthday. He's gonna love that. I love that guy. Um, let me send it to him. You know what's funny? We have a Snap group. No, I can't say that. I can't say that. It has an inappropriate name. I was about to say it. I'm not gonna say it. Are you planning on collaborating with smaller Star Wars YouTube channels? I found two very small but good Star Wars YouTube channels that deserve more subs and views. I would say I plan on it. I'm not one to really. I wouldn't mind doing a stream with other people, but in terms of actually collaborating on a video, I don't like collaborating with other people. I have my thoughts. I want to just express my thoughts, not other people's thoughts. But comment these other channels. I'll check them out. What's up? And the notion that there's people smaller than me is just weird. I mean, I have 8,000 subscribers, so I'm not like puny, but I will like show to explain what happened to Luke, Han, Leia, Lando, and Chewbacca between Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens. That'd be fun. How much alcohol do you drink daily? I drink like once a week. I had a beer last night. I had one beer last night. And that was it, because I was just really craving. I shouldn't say that. Hot take: the Book of Boba Fett hate is a little overrated. Do you think the Book of Boba Fett hate is a little unwarranted? I'm not sure if overrated is the right word. I mean, I get it. Like, I'm happy people like the show. I just don't get it. I really don't like the show, but I made my peace with Boba Fett. Like, I made my video on it. I did a rewrite, and I've moved on. What are your thoughts on the EU? From what I've read, it seems nice. I haven't read much of the EU though. Better Call Saul is not as good as Better Call Boba. Oh, triggered. I just finished Better Call Saul like a few days ago. Great show. The channels are Star Wars 1000 and Darth Snow. You should do Star Wars What Ifs. Just a cool idea. Maybe. Oh, my friend Sal responded to my snap. I want to see what he said. Maybe I'll want to start. Sorry, my friend said something funny. I'll see my friend Sal's happy about that. Oh, you guys made his day. Thank you. I'm gonna say I love you. Heart emoji, heart emoji, heart emoji. Eggplant emoji. What would you think about a Star Wars sitcom? No. EU is overrated. Maybe not. I've read the Thrawn trilogy. Those are decent books, and I read Shadows of the Empire, which I really liked. So I've only read 4 books, but Phantom Menace are traitors to the actual Star Wars fans. I'm not sure if traitors is the right word, but they go against everything George Lucas stands for. Hi, Goldman. How are you? I'm doing all right. Then you had lost. Damn fine cup of coffee. Fun fact: I do not drink caffeine. I've had sips of caffeine before. I have a Diet Mountain Dew once a week. That's more so for taste than actually waking up. But I don't drink coffee. I don't drink energy drinks. Just the energy of my soul. Do you think Star Wars Killer should be canon? No. Agreed, except for Kid Boba Fett and Clone Wars. Also, what do you think of Jedi Fallen Order? I like Jedi Fallen Order. It's a good game. I'm excited for the sequel, and there's the book coming out. I don't know when, sometime next year probably. Which do you think are better, Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad? Breaking Bad. Like, a lot of people like to compare them because they're the same universe, and Better Call Saul is great, but it's not Breaking Bad. I'm sorry, just not. The ending wasn't as like intense. EU is treated as the best Star Wars stuff when there's probably 10 amazing stories and the rest are good to terrible. Maybe. I think it's part. I honestly think that the part of the I don't see as much EU love as I do just simple prequel love. But I really think a lot of it is like the trends. It's cool to hate the sequels, so let's love the opposite. And when it's cool to love the sequels, I'm not sure if people will care too much about the EU anymore. But we'll see. We'll see. If you could sell like fandom as a stock, right now would be the best time to sell like prequel fandom because it's gonna die down and then buy sequel fandom. No, you should have bought sequel fandom like after the Rise of Skywalker. That was like the piss poor bottom, like the worst time to be a fan of the sequels. Imagine if you could sell like stocks like fandom. That'd be pretty cool. I like canon Legends equally, honestly. I like the canon. I just haven't read much of the EU, so I can't say I dislike it, right? What if Captain Phasma gets? I love your grammar, Matthew Kelly. It's awesome. What if Captain Phasma gets survived and gets a show similar to like Book of Boba Fett? How do you think Captain Phasma should do in post Rise of Skywalker? She's dead. Let's move on. I hate characters getting resurrected, so no. What do you hope they do with Ezra in the Ahsoka show? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I've never really put too much thought into it. I just want him to be authentic to the character he was in Rebels. College advice? Don't go to college for a stupid ass major. But if you do go to college, really take advantage of just the entire college experience. Like, yeah, you may go into debt, probably not the best idea, but just take advantage of being like around your friends all the time. Take advantage of the clubs you can do. Just take advantage of all of that. And you'll have no regrets because you'll miss it. If you really liked college and you live on college campus, if you live on campus, you'll really like it. At least I did. And when you're graduated, you'll miss it. So yeah. How strong is Luke compared to other Jedi in Return of the Jedi? I don't know. I'm not really like one to talk about like power levels in the Force or whatever. So yeah, I don't know. How long till the sequels start getting accepted? I don't know. That's hard to say. I think it also depends if the Mandalorian connects to the sequels. I think if the Mandalorian like really connects to say Palpatine returning, then that's when we can start seeing a bit more appreciation. I don't know. Depends. I think it'll happen eventually, probably within the next 10 years, but I don't know. My idea for the Lando show, only one season. Every episode is like a James Bond movie. There's an over-the-top villain, cool villains, Bond girls, etc. Lando is, in my opinion, the James Bond of Star Wars. I don't know if I see that. Other show I want to see is the creation of the First Order and the Final Order. The Final Order, I think, is still really dumb, but I wouldn't be opposed if they made it good. I nearly thought you said don't go to college. The only reason you shouldn't go to college, you shouldn't if you're someone who's not in the best financial situation, you should not go to a college outside of a state school for one. And you shouldn't go if you don't plan on really taking advantage of the college experience. Like, I can go into depth about my thoughts on college. Like, I was a STEM major. I made a lot of good friends, and it wasn't expensive for me. So college was totally worth it. I didn't go into debt for college. I'm in a very fortunate situation, and I totally acknowledge that. So college for someone like me was 100% worth it. But if you're someone who's going to be a history major and you're not even going to live on campus, if you're not even going to live on campus, it's probably not worth it for you. But I disagree with the notion that like college is bad. Like it's not as necessary as it used to be, but college is fun. Have you read Shadows of the Sith yet? I'm reading it right now. What do you think of Lando having a daughter? The daughter's probably Janna. It's probably what it is. The Book of Captain Phasma. Please let that happen. It'll be just the Book of Phasma. Captain Phasma was supposed to survive after Episode 8 and Colin Trevorrow's script for Episode 9. Are you just talking about... Phasma wasn't in the script. She was used in a picture of concept art, so I don't know if that's true. Best movie poster? I don't know. I like the Empire Strikes Back one. That's behind me. That's a good poster. I have never played Force Unleashed. Force Unleashed. So I can't say. I never played either one. I disagree about the Final Order being dumb. I would say Darth Sidious is dumb in a good way. I'm glad you like it. I think it's dumb. Do you think they would retcon Captain Phasma's past and she was a former Mandalorian? No, they're not going to do that. Not everyone needs to be Mandalorian now. Every time I hear about the U.S. school system, I have no idea how it works. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm someone from the U.S., so I don't really know how other school systems work. We usually have 12 grades. When you're 18, you graduate high school, and you can go to college for 4 years, maybe less, maybe more. And college is ridiculously expensive for a lot of people, and people go into debt, and then student loans ruin their lives. That's usually how college works. And I was someone who was very fortunate. My parents paid for my college, and I had no debt, so very fortunate. I would love something in Star Wars that has to do with just history workers. Would you like to have kids? Yeah, one day. One day. Not now, not anytime soon, but one day. Beard growth tips. I can't grow a nice beard. If you notice, my beard gets really patchy, like here and here. So I can't grow a nice beard, unfortunately. Do you think that people around George Lucas were as important to Star Wars as the Big G himself? I wouldn't say they were as important, but they were important. Like one of my favorite quotes is people underrate. No, people overrate George Lucas's contribution to the success of Star Wars. He created the franchise. I will be forever indebted to him. But if it was just him, Star Wars would not be what it is today. No, I have no interest in Dr. Aphra show. What do you think of Star Wars Theory's YouTube channel? Any tips for starting a YouTube channel? I have no opinion on Star Wars Theory. Wish him the best of luck. Any tips? Any tips? I would say study other people. See what you like. Find your voice eventually. And don't get discouraged when you see months of close to no growth. What I always say, people want instant success, right? Could I snap my fingers and have 1 million subs right now and the views that come with it? Yes. But the longer it takes you to get there, the more feeling of satisfaction you'll have when you do get there. Like my Man of Gold channel just passed 2,000 subscribers. I don't really care. I felt way more emotional when the Gold Man passed 2,000. And when the Gold Man passes 10,000 subscribers, like that will feel really good. Like that I know 10,000 is not a lot, but the fact that I could lay down in my bed and just say, the Gold Man, you got 10,000 subscribers, you accomplished something. It's a good feeling. So that'll be my advice. Just don't quit. Stick with it, because the longer it'll take, the better it will feel. One good idea for a show after The Rise of Skywalker is a canon version of the Yuzong War. I would like that, actually. I would like that. Yeah, that's not happening. Best poster for me is the Rise of Skywalker one. I don't like the Rise of Skywalker how it has like the white edges. I don't like that. Which one actor would you like to be in Star Wars? Me. Even I'm not an actor. I don't really think about like actors and such. I'll tell you this: I want Emilia Clarke back in Star Wars. That's what I want. Where do you find happiness? I'd say with my friends and with YouTube and my work, kind of. Just I do things I mostly love. So, what do you think of Dr. Aphra? No investment. I've read some of her comics. I found them to be kind of weird, and it just wasn't for me. I feel like some give George too much credit for Star Wars. Then I feel some don't give George enough credit. I would agree with that. I would agree with that. I think that's a good assessment of George Lucas. I think I don't give him enough credit, but that's because I'm more invested in terms of the history of the Star Wars franchise than the history of the lore of Star Wars. That makes sense. Start your channel. I already know that you will be better than half of Star Wars YouTube channels. Yeah. No, the Darth Sidious poster is what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah, I don't really care about that one. Do you think Kathleen Kennedy is a good leader? No. She's not. Sorry. Listen, I love what Disney Star Wars has been so far for the most part, but she's not a good leader. I want to see The Rock in Star Wars. Oh, that would be awful. No. At that point, that'd just be weird, right? All right, I'm gonna end the stream in 5 minutes, guys, because I got to do some other shit today. But I will try my best to start doing these actually weekly, and I'll probably start streaming more on Man of Gold. So again, don't forget to subscribe to Man of Gold. What would you like Rey's Jedi Order to look like? I wouldn't want her to have her own Jedi Order. I think she needs to be a part of it, but she shouldn't be like a Grandmaster, you know? I love trolling insecure man babies when I say I love the sequels. Me too. I just watched the ILM documentary, and George deserves so much credit for getting the ball rolling in other filmmaking advancement. Yes. So I think people give George Lucas too much credit in terms of the success of Star Wars, but I don't think people give George Lucas enough credit for the success of the film industry as a whole. I think that's a good way to put it. I want to see in Lando's show a character like Han Solo, and will be really cool played by Chris Pratt. For me, I just don't want like well-known actors in Star Wars, you know? Sometimes it can work, sometimes it can't, but yeah. I feel like Kathleen Kennedy is replaceable, but she's not the worst thing ever, like some claim. Ever since she course corrected from The Last Jedi, I feel like she's not a great Lucasfilm president. Yeah, I won't say she's like awful. She hasn't like the people in charge of DC have been much worse. Like, I just don't think she's a great leader. I don't think she's a good pioneer for Star Wars. Like when I think of Kevin Feige, I know that's like the comparison everyone loves to make. Like you can tell that he has a passion for Marvel comics and the passion for comics in general. With Star Wars, I just don't think Kathleen Kennedy has that passion for it. I think she just sees it as a business. I genuinely don't think she watches the animated shows. I don't think she's watched an episode of The Bad Batch. She's a busy woman, I get it. I just don't think she has that passion, right? I think she listens to ideas, has a lot of people in her ear, and then makes decisions based off that. I don't think she has a clear vision for what she wants. I could be wrong, but that's kind of the vibe I get from Kathleen Kennedy. She's kind of just a figurehead that manages people who are passionate about Star Wars. And it works sometimes, and other times it doesn't. I almost feel obligated to defend the sequels because they're the movies I've grown up with, and I see so many dogging on them. I think it's not a bad idea. Or I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I kind of feel a little bit similar to you, but not as much. Is the Tatooine show still coming back when Andor premieres? Yes. We still talk all the time, and I still love trolling Star Wars Only. Trolling Star Wars Only on Twitter is one of my favorite pastimes. Because, I don't know. He's my boy, and I love shitting on him. I agree. There should be more unknown actors in Star Wars. I think it's just, yeah. Star Wars has been built on unknown actors. Or relatively known actors that become superstars afterwards. So, yeah. I mean, it's not like the big deal. I mean, am I going to cry myself to sleep if Chris Pratt is in Star Wars? No. I just think it'll be a little weird. Yes, I am very excited. Are you going to watch House of the Dragon? I'm so excited. I am so excited for tonight. Should I do a stream? No, I'm on Man of Gold. On Man of Gold, I might do a stream. If anyone wants to tune in, just like House of the Dragon, first thoughts. I'm not sure if anyone would really watch it. What's interesting though is that now that I have 2,000 subscribers on Man of Gold, I wonder if I did stream, if just like I'd pull in new viewers that are subscribers on that channel, but not the Gold Man. Because I've been gaining subs on Man of Gold like crazy, but they haven't really been going to the Gold Man, which makes sense. I mean, what are they gonna do? Look up the Gold Man afterwards? They might, but me too. I'm more excited than most people. I guess because I just don't have like a big investment in Lord of the Rings. Like if the show's great, awesome. If it sucks, darn. Like I'm not gonna cry about it. Yes, stream for House of the Dragon. It would probably be on Man of Gold, and I'll make a post about it on the Gold Man. It's like, hey, I don't know what time it comes out, but like 30 minutes after the episode finishes, I'll do a stream and we can talk about it. Because I'm probably gonna watch it with my brother first and some friends, and then we can talk about it afterwards. It'll be cool. It'll be cool. All right. Any last burning questions, and I'm gonna hop off. Oh, my Game of Thrones video is out right now. It has just premiered. So hop off the stream and go watch that video. And don't forget to like the button and subscribe if you haven't already. All right. But yeah, okay, I'm done. Go watch that video. I will try my best to continue doing these streams weekly. And if not, I'll do a little bit more on the Man of Gold. That should be awesome. All right. Well, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos and streams. Check out my Game of Thrones video. Don't forget Santa Claus Squad, and I will see you guys next time.